Now, when it comes to the whole overall feeling there, when listening to the song, because of the sample now, the sample and the reason why I feel like South African artists or South African legends utilize samples that we all know is to bring back that whole nostalgia feeling. And it actually forces you to like the song because you've heard it before and you already see yourself vibing to it. You know what I mean? So that whole thing, I call it the Makwa technique. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the leaders, achievers, hip-hop believers, and future seers. Welcome to it. It is another edition of Raps Reviewed, brought to you by SA Hip Hop on the Grind. My name is the Overyt, the man who controls the hype. And the track that we are going to be taking a look at today is that new release from AKA featuring Khuli Chana with a song titled Prada. Let's get it. Alright, so now before we get started, man, can we please do the most by hitting the like, share, and subscribe button, because that shit really does help the channel. And dog, I woke up at fucking 5 for this shit, so please, man, give me them views. Alright, so now when breaking down the reviews now, we're gonna be breaking it down from the production point of view, the lyrical content point of view, and the overall point of view, so that we can establish a whole rating out of 5. So let us start. So now, when it comes to the whole production side of things, man, people better give AKA's flowers and all that, man. I really like that sample game he used, man. It was really South African, gave a whole South African thing or South African vibe to it. And the feeling that I got now from listening to the beats on the track and all that, it gave me that whole Makwa feel, gave me that whole Questa, Ngutu Questa, gave me that Spirit Questa feel, where now the producer took an old house song, slowed down the tempo, chopped up the sample to give you this song in particular, you know what I'm saying? And when listening to this beat, this is something that AKA would definitely jump on and would thrive on. It gives me that whole championship vibe and all that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to Keenan Forbes for that. And then when it comes to this beat like this, man, you gotta be like relaxing your flow. You can't be too like lyrical, I'm ill with the skill type shit, you know what I'm saying, man? You gotta be really relaxed with this, man. It's the kind of song where people should be vibing to it, you know what I mean? When listening to a beat like this, man, it also gives you this nostalgic feeling, you know. I remember, so now, yeah, when talking about this beat and where the sample actually comes from, it comes from a song by Knee Deep with a song titled Darlin'. Check it out and then see if I'm capping or not. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not really capping because I want to get this 40 and all that stuff, man. So yeah, man. So now the beat does like compliment Mr. Keenan Forbes as well as Khuli Chana on this, man. Like I'm saying, you gotta be really relaxed on this. Drop them dope flows and all that, man. It's not really about the bars; it's about the buzz. You know what I mean? So yeah. So you must be intoxicated by this flow and all that way listening. Now let's talk about the lyrical side of things.
Top level, pulled up, made all of those jealous. French kiss me in my section, drunk sex me in my kitchen. What's next? Valentine's never make sense. These girls wanna have blessings.
Alright, cool. So now when talking about the lyrics now, you can first and foremost listen to the hook and all that, man. He talks about like, yeah, man, please, man, don't buy me flowers, buy me Prada. And it's actually a very powerful message, man, because now, yeah, sharp, it's good to like respect everybody who's done the most in the game and all that. But then now the respect must be quantified in value. You know what I'm saying? So now, yeah, please don't buy the homie flowers, buy him Prada, so to speak. So him and Khuli are basically saying, oh, yeah, sharp, they see the flowers and all that, Mara, it should be quantified or translated into actual value or actual wealth. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the hook, for like, yeah, shout out to that hook, very laid back, very chilled. And, it actually like, that's obviously the concept that gives both Khuli and AKA their verses, right? So now when analyzing verse 1, AKA is AKA. A part of me just wishes he was a little bit stronger or brought more swagger to this now. But then this is vintage AKA, so he brought his flow, he brought what can I say, man, in terms of the bars, man? Like for me, I was liking the flow. The bars were like, basic, very surface level. But then this is the kind of AKA that, South Africans actually like resonate to. So I wouldn't expect him to come through with them heavy lyrical stuff, man. But then, yeah, it was pretty, like his verses, guys, let's be real. His verses, it wasn't really like mind blowing. But it was, typical vintage AKA. So I can't really fault him on that. I can't say that his verse was whack or anything. But, yeah, man, I'd like to just give him a shout out on that. Second verse, man, it's really, really good to hear Khuli Chana come through, man.
Begins at 40. Wifey just bought me my first rollie. I'm saying goodbyes to the old me. We'll pillow with soft soles. Checks cleared, now we checked in. Dido di chain chile interesting. Skipping lines at the Prada store.
One thing about Motswako rap, right, and like what they brought or what they bring into the SA hip hop space is swagger. Anything that a Motswako artist actually says on wax just sounds fucking cool, guys. Let's be real. You know what I mean? And it's also very good to see, like, just from the bars, it's good to see where Khuli Chana is in his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, he talks about like how the homie does. He talks about how he doesn't stay in lines anymore to get that Prada and all that. He's talking about like the special treatment he gets and all that. He spoke about like how life begins at 40. And his wife, he just got him a rollie and all that, bro. So it's really good to see that, like, Khuli Chana isn't really, like, washed up, because we haven't heard any music from him in a very, very long time. And sometimes we ask ourselves, and like, where is Khuli? What's going on? Even though we heard Wuti Vele, he's got his own studio situation going on and all that stuff. But then at the same time, I'm glad that he didn't, like, put the pen down. Or I'm glad that Mr. Keenan Forbes took him out of retirement, so to speak. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to Khuli Chana on that verse. So now, when it comes to the whole overall feeling there, when listening to the song, because of the sample, and the reason why I feel like South African artists or South African legends utilize samples that we all know is to bring back that whole nostalgia feeling. And it actually forces you to like the song because you've heard it before and you already see yourself vibing to it. You know what I mean? So that whole thing, I call it the Makwa technique, you know what I'm saying? Because now that's what Makwa does in that whole Mzonkongo thing, where he'll take a beat, you know what I mean? Slow down the tempo, chop it up, and then create your own sound and all that. So yeah, like there's a little bit of Kongo in there, even though I saw in the comment section people were like, yeah, like I like AKA's new Amapiano flow. I'm like, nah, this is not Amapiano, this is more like Kongo and all that, man. So yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to the simple AKA bars, like we already know that South Africans are gonna like that shit. Shout out to Khuli Chana, with regards to him coming through and contributing on this joint. And just by reading the comment section there on YouTube, man, I see that people are loving this shit, man. Ain't no bad comments. And people are anticipating the Mass Country as well, man, dropping in February. You know what I mean? So shout out to you. And also, when it comes to the replay value, man, this is something that's definitely gonna be like all over, bro. You know what I mean, bro? This is gonna be playing all over our radios, man. People are gonna be playing this shit like set there, basically. You know what I mean, bro? Like until it fucking dies out. You know what I mean? So, with regards to everything I just said right now, I'd like to give the song a nice, should we say 3.5 or a 4 out of 5? Okay, so the bars are lacking a little bit now. I'd say 4. Okay, I'll give you guys a nice 3.5 out of 5 for this now. And yeah, shout out to you. It's not a distinction, but it's not a fail either. It's not an average song either, man. So yeah, man, that was Raps Reviewed for the day. How do you feel about this jam in particular? please let us know in the comment section below. And yeah, for more on what we really do, man, it's a hip hop on the grind, the radio show. We air every single Saturday between the hours of 3 to 5 on Massive Metro. We're the only show that plays 100% of local upcoming hip hop music. We're the only show that bridges the gap between the streets and the industry. And we're the only show where hard bars save you with no diggity doubt, man. As for me, I am the Overyt, the man who controls the hype, and I'm over and out. Word up.